Hello, and welcome to this course on search advertising. In this course, we're going to cover how to set up paid search advertisements with Google AdWords. This course is divided into 3 modules. Module 1 covers ad campaign goals. Module 2 covers ad groups and keywords. And Module 3 covers creating the ads and monitoring performance. By the time this course is over, you'll know how to effectively launch search engine ad campaigns and bring in massive traffic to your business. So without further ado, let's dive into the first module. Hello, and welcome to Module 1. In this module, our ad expert will be teaching you about the various campaign goals and how to pick the best ones for your business. So get ready to take some notes and let's jump right in.
Okay, so I'm going to walk you through the various goals you can choose from when creating a search ad campaign in Google AdWords. We'll start here at the main dashboard, and we'll click Campaigns up here on the left. This brings us to our campaign dashboard, and since we want to create a new one, we'll click this blue plus sign button here on the left-hand side, and we'll select New Campaign. As you can see, we've got 7 goals to choose from. But first, let's talk about what the word goal actually means in the AdWords universe. You see, rather than let companies fend for themselves and try to figure out each little variable and option in their ad settings without fully understanding what they do, Google decided recently to help guide advertisers along in understanding and shaping their ads to optimize them for specific common marketing goals. So if you choose one of these goals, you'll see helpful little suggestions next to all the settings and options in the upcoming steps. Suggestions specifically tailored towards your goal. It takes a lot of the guesswork out of the ad creation process, which previously could be pretty confusing. Now keep in mind, you want to pick the main thing you want to accomplish with this particular ad campaign. Let's have a look at each one. First up, there's sales. Google AdWords can help you bring in sales through a multitude of channels, including online stores, sales pages, inside apps, over the phone, and even physically in-store. Now you'll notice down here a list of campaign types associated with each campaign goal. This could be either search ads, display ads, shopping ads, video ads, or universal app ads. Since this course is all about search advertising, we'll want to make sure any goal we select has search as an applicable campaign type, which, as you can see, sales does. Next, there's leads. This is all about getting prospects onto your list. Whether you're building a basic email list or doing more complicated lead generation where you're collecting phone numbers, addresses, or anything else, this goal will help you optimize your ad for maximum return. Since this goal's main focus point is conversion tracking, it doesn't limit you to traditional lead generation. This can also help you optimize for other actions like registering for a webinar or taking a survey. Next, we've got website traffic. Now this goal is arguably the most generic and least specific. I would say this would best serve people who are doing content marketing or just trying to get more eyeballs on their blog posts, and who don't really care about specific actions or conversions. But it could be used for a whole host of things. Then there's product and brand consideration. This is a highly specialized type of goal that's largely oriented towards potential customers who have already started their research process, and you want to distinguish your products or services from others, and encourage them to explore more about your solutions. There's a lot more potential for engagement within the ad with this goal. For example, you can create interactive light boxes and ads with multiple images that they can interact with. It's pretty cool, but as you can see, this goal is only applicable to the display and video campaign types, not search ads, so we can skip it. Brand awareness and reach. This one's all about views. If people click your ads, that's great, but we're really focused on people noticing, seeing, and becoming aware of your brand. Your name, your logo, your unique selling proposition. As you can probably guess, these are very visual ads, and as such, search is once again not one of the applicable campaign types, so we can skip this. Next, app promotion. This one's pretty straightforward. You want people to install and use your apps. This one relies on the universal app campaign types, not search ads, so it doesn't apply to us for this course. Finally, there's the no goal option. This is where you're totally unguided. You've got your pick of any campaign type, and you don't have any tailored recommendations during the creation process. This should only be used by advanced users who know AdWords and ad performance like the back of their hands. And since you're watching this video lesson right now, it's a safe bet that doesn't apply to us. For the sake of this lesson, we're going to go with leads as our campaign goal. So I'll click that, and as you can see, We can now choose from any of these applicable campaign types. We'll choose search ads, and for the ways to reach our goal, we'll choose website visits. We don't really have a demo website for this lesson, so the first random website that pops into my head is everlesson.com, which is a really sweet membership/e-learning platform. So I'll type that in here and hit continue. That will bring us to our campaign settings page, which is what we'll cover in the next lesson.
Hello, and welcome to Module 2. In this module, our ad expert will be showing you how to set up ad groups and keyword for your campaign. So get ready to take some notes and let's jump right in.
Okay, so we'll start here on the campaign settings screen. Now that we've chosen the goal, we're going to configure our settings for this campaign and then move into ad groups and keywords. So first we want to give our campaign a name. I'll go ahead and leave the auto-generated name they've got for me right here. Next, we'll choose which networks we want ads to appear on for this campaign. Now you can augment a search campaign with some limited display network ads if you want, and in that case, Google will basically determine relevant placements around the web and stick your ads there with what it considers leftover money from your budget. For our purposes, we'll go ahead and uncheck that display option and focus on search only. Next is the location field. Now this is pretty cool. Not only can we type in things like countries and cities, but we can even click advanced and let's zoom in all the way to, say, Omaha, Nebraska. We'll click radius, pin mode, and I can drop a pin and narrow my target audience all the way down to a specific number of miles from that pin. It's insane what you can do. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're just going to stick with all countries and territories. Next, if you're targeting your audience based on language, you can do that right here. And then we have the budget. Now the budget is important to understand. This is not a cap on daily spending like a lot of people think. What you're actually setting here is your approximate monthly budget divided by about 30 days. So the actual spend on any given day could be as much as twice what you type here. And on other days, it might be considerably less than that number. But Google will make sure that by the end of 1 month, when you divide it all up, you will have spent this number times about 30. So this will end up being your daily average, not your actual daily cap. Now you do have an option here. If you need to spend as much money as possible and get these ads out in a shorter period of time, let's say you're doing retargeting for a week-long product launch, or you're trying to meet a sales quota or something like that. You can set delivery to accelerate it so it'll spend your money faster. But just be aware, of course, that this will obviously cause your budget to run out early. Next is bidding. Now, bidding in AdWords is of course based on the old ad auction framework where Google's algorithms are constantly deciding whose ads to show where and when and how often. You can choose what metric you want your bidding focused on right here. It's automatically set to clicks, which means it'll optimize for people actually clicking on your ads, but there's other options as well. Impressions refer to how many people see your ads, regardless of whether they click. And as you can see, there's 2 grayed out options here for conversions and conversion value. Now those are pretty nifty to use, but they require you to set up a special conversion tracking tool separately first, so we're going to focus on clicks. We have an option here to set a bid limit. So if you have a specific number in mind that you want to pay per click, you can enter that here. But if you want Google to simply handle this for you, you can leave it blank. Next, we've got start and end dates. Now, typically, ads just run indefinitely. But you might have a specific reason for setting an end date. For example, if you're running a limited time offer or promoting a live event. We'll leave this set to none for us. Next, there's audiences. Now here's the thing. Audiences are great. You've got a lot of demographic and interest-based options to choose from here, based on mountains of data that Google has collected, as well as based on your own data, like if you create a remarketing audience with a tracking pixel. However, most of this will be more useful if you're doing display ads or one of the other types of ads, and you want people to encounter your ads while they're browsing around the web. Since we're strictly dealing with search ads in this lesson, and we literally want to reach people on the search results page while they're typing specific keywords, we're going to skip this. Next, we have extensions. Now these are very cool. Site link extensions are a great way to add additional links to a search ad that link directly to specific pages like your About page or an Hours of Operation page. Callout extensions are great for adding important bits of information like free shipping or product details like vehicle mileage or any bullet point type things that don't fit into the main ad text. And finally, call extensions are literally a link that can lead directly to a phone call to a number of your choice. We won't need any of these for our purposes, but be sure to explore these options if they're relevant to your business. Now it's time to move on to ad groups and keywords. This gets directly to the heart of our search ad campaigns. What keywords do we want to show up for? You'll want to put a lot of thought into this because it directly affects your reach. The popularity and frequency of search terms is vital for obvious reasons, but you also need to balance that with the competition level for those search terms, since that impacts the amount of your budget that gets used per click. Now there's a few tools that can help you with this, including Google's own Keyword Planner, Moz, KW Finder, and SEMrush. These tools can help get search volume and competition rates for known keywords, as well as explore and discover additional relevant keywords that you might not have thought of. Once we've researched our keywords, we can literally just paste them all right here. Now you can divide your campaign into easier to manage and analyze groups called ad groups. And if you want to, you can have different sets of keywords in each group so you can see which ones perform better after the ad's been running for a while. For this lesson, however, we'll just need the one ad group. So I'll go ahead and paste my researched list of keywords right here. That's about it for this step. I'm going to hit Save and Continue, and we'll move on to creating the ad itself in the next module.